All right, you guys. Thomas Strong here from Stronger Lawns. I wanted to do a training little video here for you guys on how to select the right grass seed, what things to look out for, or the bigger question could be, are you putting more weeds in your lawn? So let me give you a little background of what I have here. So first, how I came about this. This was labels from two seeds I put down over the last couple years. So this one was put down in 2017. This one here was one that I put down in 2016. So if you look at the name, they're the same, All Pro Teammates Mixture. Well, not the same. This is the All Pro Teammates Mixture. This is the All Pro Teammates Plus. So what I noticed with the Plus, they add a little bit of Kentucky Bluegrass. Pretty much that was the difference as far as the seed is concerned. So one of the other things I noticed when I was looking on here was the percentage of weed seed. So I see down here the one from 2016, 0.00% weed seed. And the other one here from 2017 was 0.01. So one hundredth of a percent. So it seems to be a small amount. So let me show you up here. All right. So what I did is I did some research. I was just being me. And so I said, I wonder how many grass seeds of the various types of grass are in 1 pound. So what I did is I found this online. And it pretty much shows here, depending upon the type of crop, it'll tell you, middle column doesn't really matter, but on here, the approximate number of seeds per pound. So I looked up Kentucky Bluegrass. In 1 pound, it usually has 1,440,000 seeds. So when I go over here, Kentucky Bluegrass, 1,144,000 seeds. So I did the same with ryegrass and the same with tall fescue. So rye is here. I'm sorry, perennial ryegrass, because that was what was on my label. And tall fescue is right here. So I just took those numbers and put them on here. And so I knew with both of these, I had a 50-pound bag. So I just multiply those numbers times 50. And that way I knew how many total grass seeds I had. So looking on here, so this All Pro Teammates Mixture is pretty much, and I'm rounding here, 80% or 79% to be 79% tall fescue and 19% ryegrass. So I just added up the percentages here, the percent purity. So a couple of things that I did is I looked at, okay, what are the germination percentages? And so here it says percent germination, so I assume those to be maximums. So I just averaged them, put them up here, 91%. And so the other stuff I have on here, so a couple of things. So this was the one that had 0.01 percentage of weed seed. So my total bag of 50 pounds had 12 million seeds of, 12 million seeds of grass in there. Also, that 0.01% adds up to 1,200 weed seeds in there. So essentially, I implanted weeds in my lawn unknowingly. And then it's here, this percent live seed. That's just looking at these percentages based upon the purity and so on. So what percentage of the actual seed in the bag is live seed, the potential seeds that could germinate and grow into a nice, thick, lush lawn. So for me, that was 92% on those. So when you look at maximum, so assuming that all things go great, the maximum amount of germination I'd be getting would be right here, 11 million new blades or new plants of grass in the lawn. So that was last year's. So I'm interested in seeing, or if I notice more weeds in the lawn this year. Obviously, I put down other stuff to pre-emergence, and I put down three-way herbicides and stuff so that if I do notice weeds, I'm working to kill them off. So I'm pretty interested in seeing how that works out for me this year. The other one here, the previous bag or from the previous year, did all the same calculations. But I'll tell you, what makes a big difference to me is that 0.00% weed seed. Hey, I should, from that year I had a potential max germination of 8 million, not as high as the 11, but still good. But with that one, there was a big difference in the fact that I implanted 0 weeds in my lawn. 0. So to me, that makes a huge, huge difference. That is more of what I care about than anything else. All right, so, that's what I didn't do over here that I just noticed. Was this minimum purity? That threw off my percent live seed, but I'm not really worried about that too much. All right, so what I wanted to really do a comparison on, this was just my 2 from previous years. I just happened to be looking at these labels. I always take a picture of them before I throw the bags away. But this is also important when you go shopping for new seed. So I just happened to be taking a stroll down the big orange box store, and I said, let me take a picture and compare some of the seeds that they're selling and the ones that they had the most in stock of. So when I see most in stock, the interpretation is that this is our best stuff. That's why we carry the most of it, because this is the one we're selling out of. So what I did is, this is a little blend that I put together, not even put together, that I picked up 2-3 weeks ago. And I had some spots in my lawn that I had to pull up some annual bluegrass that was in some massive amounts. So I just picked up a 10-pound bag, and I have listed here a 10-pound bag of some transition fescue. So usually I'm really selective, but I just wanted it to be all tall fescue, so I was okay with it. So a couple things here. And you'll see I'll compare this with some of the big name brands that you always hear about: Scott's Turf Builder, Pennington Smart Seed. So one of the things when I looked at this one, I looked at germination percentage. That's a must. I'm always looking at germination percentage because I'm thinking about, I want an A-type lawn. I don't want a B or a C. I want an A. And so for me, A's are anything over 90%. So I'm looking at germination rates. 90% is the minimum I'm going for. And this one happened to have 90%. Other thing I was looking for, as I just mentioned earlier, was weed seed. I wanted to make sure there was 0 other weed seed. And this other crop seeds, all these things can make a difference as well too in there. I did notice on my bags from the previous years, there was some other crop seeds and things in there, but I think by far this one is going to be the most interesting that I put down, because I can see that there's no other crop seeds in there. The inert matter is a very, very minimal amount, and then 0 weed seeds in there. So with this bag, I showed you my math before. This is only a 10-pound bag, so at 227,000 for 1 pound times 10, so 2 million grass, 2,270,000 seeds of grass. Based upon the germination rate, it's 100% purity there, so I have 90% in the live seed. I can see a max germination, and these are just some filling areas from what I put down, not the whole lawn, of 2 million seeds at best, the max germination. So at best, I could see 2 million new grass plants in the lawn, all with 0 weeds. So what I did here is I took a look at this Scott's Turf Builder Plus. Now this is a 3-in-1 mix. So they have this these three. Let's see, are any of these the same? No. These three different types of tall fescue. And what the first thing that really popped out to me was when I looked at it and I put the numbers in here, was that not even half the bag is grass seed. 47%. So I added up to 17%, 17%, and 14%. 48%, I'm sorry, 48% of the bag is actual seed. And this is a 20-pound bag versus my 10-pound bag, so double the amount. Only half the bag is actual grass seed. The rest you see right here, this 50%. This 50% is just Water Smart plus fertilizer coating. I don't know about you. I don't need any coating. And this is that coating that they say you don't need to water as much. It retains more water around the seed and all these things. I'm sorry. I know that I spent around 20-something odd dollars for this tall fescue blend. And I know from what they charge here, this one was about $50, $55. So I'm paying more money to get less actual grass seed. I don't like those numbers. So let's see. At best, this is going to be B grade grass seed, 85%. Like I said before, I don't like B grade. I like my A's. Other stuff I noticed on here. So obviously, like I mentioned before, half the bag is that water plus stuff. They've got 1% of the bag is inert matter. You got 0.25% from other crop seeds, but there's that 0.01% weed seed. So looking at what we have up here, so in this bag is about 2,212,000 grass seeds. That 0.01 of weed is 22,000 weed seeds in that bag. So buying this, you listen to the commercials, you're on the radio, on TV, you listen to the person in that department. You go in, you put down that 20-pound bag. Most people aren't getting the 20-pounders. They're usually wanting to get the bigger bags. But 20-pound bag, you put 22,000 new weeds in your lawn, weed seeds in your lawn. Now, will they all germinate? Can't say. Just like we can't say, all the germination percentage of the grass is going to be high. But you really just put your lawn in a big risk. You just invited the enemy in. That's the last thing you want to do. The other stuff on here, what percentage is actual live seed? Only 41% of this 20-pound bag is live seed. Look here, if everything works perfectly, the max germination you're going to get is 916,000 to be exact. New grass plants in the lawn versus the 2 million. Double plus some. Hey, Scott's Turf Builder. I wouldn't go for that. I'm not looking for a 40% live seed. I'm not looking for a 40% chance of success. That's not me. The other one here, the Pennington Smart Seed, same thing. They have this little coating. Man, let me just say, if you keep your yard moist, not drenched, moist for a week, sometimes 2 weeks, you're going to be good to go. You don't need any special seed. If they tell you that you can water it once a week or every 2 days or every 3 days, they're lying to you. You will not see the same result as you would saving your money, go and get a high quality grass seed and keeping it wet, keeping where you have seed to soil contact. That's going to be your best bet. What's going to be your best bet is not buying this stuff with the special coating material. That's not going to do you anything. So again, here we see 85% germination. B grade, and you got that 1% that 0.01% weed seed. Another 21,000 weeds you could be potentially putting in your lawn. Max germination you're going to get out of that is 800,000. So I cover all this to say, be careful where you get your stuff from. You might be thinking, man, I'm doing it this year. I'm getting my lawn game tight. I'm stepping it up. The neighbors are going to be envying me. They're going to be wondering, hey, how's my lawn looking so great? Well, I can tell you what, as well as buying some of this grass seed, you better be investing in a whole lot of herbicides to kill all those weeds you're going to be putting down. Now, what I do is I focus on getting the right quality stuff so that way I can be able to not have to put as much or any, usually as much, of the chemicals in my lawn. So if I want to keep it nice, I want to keep it looking thick and lush, I don't want to be lading it with a whole bunch of chemicals. You got to know what to buy so that way you don't have to spend more money. Here, these two, you're spending twice as much as I paid for this. You're getting less than half the amount of germination there, and you're going to have to put out more money to put down some chemicals to kill the weeds, the 20 some odd thousand weeds that you just put into your lawn. Obviously, this is not what you should be shooting for. You want to do what's going to save you money and what's going to keep weeds out of your lawn. All right, so that's my training for the day. I don't want to go too much more than that other than to say, hey, getting the right stuff from the right places makes a big difference. And oftentimes the right place is not your big box store. If you hadn't heard about it already, I put together a Stronger Lawns Academy where I teach you guys where to go about looking for this stuff, where to go about purchasing it. I set up an online store where when it comes to the fertilizers, herbicides, things like that, you can get them all from my partner company, and you can do it with absolutely free shipping straight to your door. So you don't have to worry. I tell you and I show you exactly what I get, exactly what I put down. You can follow my steps exactly, and you will be able to transform your lawn in 1 year. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. So if you hadn't heard about it, if you hadn't checked it out yet, go on over to strongerlawns.com, sign up for our starter plan if you haven't already done so, and then we'll just take it from there. Look us up on YouTube, Stronger Lawns also. You'll find us on Instagram at Stronger Lawns. So you can find us on all social media, and that way you can see what we're all about, join the program, and get going from there. All right, so looking forward to helping you out with more of these training videos and getting your lawn to the next level as well too. All right, take care.